Today, my grandmother is making homemade biscuits and she's letting me video it, which is super awesome. I'm super excited and I want to share it with all you guys. If you've never made homemade biscuits with your grandma, you can make them with mine. We're going to start with 2 cups of self-rising flour.
I try to do it where I don't make a bigger mess than I have to. Because it's messy. Because I build a nest in the middle and make it by hand. Now, I can make a recipe. I think I give it to you.
And of course, my beautiful grandmother did give me the recipe, which obviously I'm going to share with all of you. And can we talk about sifters for a second? I'm not sure if any of my friends even own one, and these things are legit. Once you are done sifting your flour, you will create a bowl in the center with your hands.
Egg size. Grease.
Could you do butter instead of Crisco?
Yeah, I grease the pan. Use buttermilk. Or sweet milk, doesn't matter. Old milk, 2%. You might want to kind of break this up. A little bit. Make some pretty black. Oh, something like a cup of milk. Okay. And then you kind of break up the fat as much as you can with your hands. My mother used a spoon. My mother-in-law used her hand. I like the hand method the best. Then you take and start pulling in the flour from the side. See my fingers bringing it in? Buttermilk's thicker and it's easier to get all the flour in, but I didn't have any buttermilk. Just work the flour in, trying not to get the liquid over to the side.
So it needs to stay in the middle.
Just mix it. Like I say, Mama used a spoon, mother-in-law used a hand, and I like this way. You don't get it too stiff, but you want it to hold together. And you kind of have to feel of it. So it's not too liquefied and not too stiff. A halfway point there, which takes learning. Okay, flip it. Some more of the flour. Kind of had it. And layer it a little bit. It's called kneading. Okay, that's enough. Now I usually rinse off my hands before I start picking up pieces. Now you can put it with flour on the table or wax paper. Pat it down and cut it out. And then get even biscuits. Pinch off a piece. Kind of about the size of an egg. And see, it's still real, it's not liquid, but it's not real firm. You don't want it real firm and have too much flour in it.
So why don't you put the biscuits right up against each other? Is that because they're gonna get bigger?
Yeah, they do get bigger. Most of the time I do. They grow a little bit. See, if you're patting it out and cut it, they're all the same size and everything. You see, this just takes about 5 minutes. Got it?
At what temperature do we cook it?
Turn it on 500 and cook it about 10 minutes. What happens, you put it in at a 500-degree oven after it's hot to 500 degrees, and it jerks to cooking right then. If you don't, it just sits there, kind of flattens out a little bit. This makes it rise and cook right away. That's why. They would look better if they were rolled out and cut. That's the way I've done it on my ever since I was 12. Daddy decided when I was 12 I needed to learn how to cook biscuit. So he got him to show me how.
Oh, okay.
Much to Mama's chagrin. That was her kitchen, but she didn't mind me learning how. She wanted to do it. But of course, I didn't take over making biscuits at 12, but he taught me how at 12.
Well, that was good that he knew how.
Oh, yeah.
I can't imagine Grandpa Strickland making biscuits.
No. Although, I'll tell you what, when I was sick, he could clean up the kitchen better than I could. I mean, it was spotless. You know how to do that.
And you always cook them in a cast iron pan?
I like it. You can cook it on one that has some bodies to it, but I'm like, that was this good. That one is made to make a hook up the cornbread on top of the stove. Usually they're about that much edge to them, you know. But this is all I could find that I liked it. Cake and nuts, we'll check it. Sometimes it takes a little longer.
I hear them crackling.
I guess you could if you got good ears.
Don't you think my grandma's the cutest thing ever? If you have enjoyed this as much as I have and would love to cook with my grandma again, then like this video and please comment, and I'll try to get her to do some more.
Run out of jelly before I did biscuit.
I'm Katie Shota, your Homestead Realtor. Thanks for hanging out with me.